Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love Experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for honoring yourself. Thank you for being mindful. Thank you for being present. Thank you for taking the time to heal, to learn about yourself, to gather more knowledge and insight on your journey, your self-improvement, you becoming your best version. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so grateful that you are here. I'm so grateful for your love, for your support. Thank you. Eternal gratitude for you. I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. My name is Nicole. Today's pick a card. We're going to dive into what makes you stand out. Why are you a standout individual? Why are you a superstar? How do you shine your light? You know, all of those things. We're going to get into it. I'm just going to let the messages flow. So what makes you stand out? Pile one. Speed. And these were randomly selected, okay? Pile two, Earth. Pile three, Purity. Okay. On the pile selection, I will put all three cards together if you would like to look at that in order to make your selection. If you feel guided to choose more than one pile, that is okay too. Trust your intuition. There are no rules here. Timestamps will be linked below. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, that information is linked below as well. Thank you so much, and I will see you in your reading. Hi, Pal One. Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love Experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for being here, being present, shining your light. Thank you. My name is Nicole. Let's get into this. You chose speed, okay? Why do you stand out? What makes you stand out? You guys have a lot of power. What makes you stand out? You have this bark, this bite, this punch. You're a quick-witted individual. You're quick. You move with, speed. Many of you are very flexible. You're agile. Some of you are an athlete here. It's almost like you ground your magic. Like, it's almost like physically you're able to stand out. Your physical features are very prominent. You may be very tall. You may be very flexible. You may be very, something with your physical features here. I'm getting a lot of like flexibility, agility, height, like your physical body, like you may have muscles, is something physically here that definitely makes you stand out. And maybe that doesn't apply for you. It's a general reading, take what resonates. For some of you, it could be physical features like your skin, your hair, the way you dress. But it's also just like you are a very efficient individual, efficient and effective. Like you move with, the way you move could be very graceful, or the way you move is very, I'm hearing magnetic. The way you move, it captivates people. It stands out. People like the way you walk. People like the way you run. People like the way you move. For some of you, it's your hand movements. For some of you, you may be a sign language interpreter, And that's a standout quality that you possess, the way that you sign. I'm picking up on that for some of you. People love to watch you sign, even if they or may not be deaf or hard of hearing. They enjoy watching you do the sign movements, okay? For some of you, I'm also just getting just like you're just so powerful. Your presence, your physical presence is it is a standout quality because it exerts and exudes a lot of power, a lot of strength. But it's something here with like your physical features that's just so prominent and very standout. Many of you people feel like you're absolutely gorgeous or you're absolutely breathtaking, or you leave people speechless. You have a captivating quality. Physical presence is very captivating. It draws people in. Some of you are just like this light, a magnet to many individuals. People are just very drawn into you from your physical features. And they love the way you move. Some of you may be a dancer. Okay, so that may be also something. You may be a dancer, an athlete. You do something with your physical body. That's just it's very interesting, and it almost leaves people in a trance. Okay, some of you, you could even be like, you could be a stripper here, or like, you know, a dancer in the club. Okay, or for some of you, you could be, what is it, like a contortionist? Like there's something here for some, this is general, you know, take what resonates here. It's just something the way you move your physical body that's very alluring, and it makes you stand out. Some of you, I'm getting this energy like you may have been bullied, or people made fun of you. People would use this as a way to take digs at you, like in childhood, like maybe you were, what is it, like double jointed, or maybe you could do different things with your body, and people would like, you know, make fun of you, like, oh, that's weird and that's gross and stop doing that. And now you're able to make money off of this, or that you have a career doing things like that, moving your body in certain ways. And this is like part of your journey. Like this really makes you stand out. And it's very like the energy that I'm getting, it's very fiery, but it's very like, it just pulls, like people are, it's like a moth to a flame. People are so drawn to you. Like some of you, you are performing on a stage, whether again, you're an athlete, a dancer, singer, whatever this is. And people are just in a trance when they watch you. Let's say you're a dancer in the club. It's like you do it like no other. Okay, like when people see you come and you're on the pole and doing your thing, it's like everyone stops. Everyone cannot just, they have to stare. They have to stare at you because it's just so dynamic. Let's find out some more. What makes you stand out? Okay, Pal 1. And something for some of you, something about the way you smell. Some of you smell like flowers or roses. You smell really good, or like if you wear perfume, it's like floral notes, or like some of you have a fruity smell. Some of you, if you're a masculine or you wear cologne, you have like this like oaky smell, but it's like super masculine, but it's sexy. Some of you, you smell really good, like just naturally. Like you have that, like your pheromones, okay? It pulls people in. This is a standout quality that you have. Like it doesn't, let's just say there's a room and everyone is wearing the same fragrance. It smells different on you, or the same cologne, whatever. Like it smells different on you. Some of you don't even wear perfume or cologne, but you just smell so good. Like you just smell like, you know, whatever soap that you use, it's just fragrant. Like so many people could smell it. Like you smell really good. Some of you may get complimented on your scent. Like people may say, wow, you smell so good. It's almost just like it's delicious. Like, yeah, like that's the vibe. Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's Pal 1. What makes you stand out? Look at this. You are a standout. There's a lot around that physical presence. Some of you, what I'm getting here, not only do you have like this grounded energy where it's like You're very stable, calm, or you have that side. Or you can be stable, calm, peaceful. But it's also this energy around, it's like the way that you appear, like your physical presence. Like some of you could even like have a hard shell, what people would consider like a hard shell, like basically like you come off as just like you've been through a lot, and you just have a hard exterior. But once they get to know you, you're just like the sweetest person. Like you have this softness to you. Like even though like again, like you may have a hard exterior, okay? But it's like your shield, your protection to the world. But it's like you're not mean, you're not rude, you're not nasty. It's just something to protect you, something to protect your energy, something to just keep you safe, okay? Safe from just like people that may try to hurt you or harm you, or just like individuals who are not authentic. But it's like people get to know you, like people like that. People like how you have this exclusivity. Like you're just not available to everyone. Like you're just, you protect yourself, you protect your energy, you protect your peace. You are the type that you know how to protect yourself. And that's a standout quality because people look at you as a type where a lot of people don't know how to protect themselves. A lot of people don't even really understand what that is. And you seem to have that understanding. And people feel like that's a standout quality because it's like if they get to know you, behind the armor, if they get to, engage with you behind all of that, they feel very special and they feel very blessed and they feel like this is like they're inside of a club that a lot of people don't get to get into. This is exclusive. Power One does not let everyone in their space. That's a standout quality here, okay? Let's find out what else. Standout quality for Power One. What makes you stand out? Some of you guys are just, I don't know, it's too many cards. You guys have this energy where people get addicted to you, okay? That's another standout quality. Now, I'm not saying that you want people, I don't feel like you try to get people addicted to you, but people just naturally get addicted to you. Some of you are on a public platform and you just have people just so drawn into you and they find themselves thinking about you, or they just find themselves just kind of like wanting to know more about you, wanting to see you, wanting to look at your pictures or your social media, things like that. King of Swords. This is again, it's like you have your shield. The fact that some of you is also like the way you speak and like your level of intellect, but it's also just like this energy of protection. But let's get to the intellect part. Many of you are very intellectual, and this is a standout feature. The way you speak, the way you disseminate information, or your oral communication, your written communication, the way you communicate. This is a standout quality. I just saw 1111. Many people envy this, but many people also love this about you. They love the way, like some of you speak, at press conferences, or you speak to crowds of people and it's on social media, or, you just speak in front of people for interviews and things like that. And people just feel like you're so well spoken, you're so well versed, you seem to be very knowledgeable about many different things. But not only are you knowledgeable, you seem to have this way like you are open to learning, you love to learn, you want to learn more, you are just very in tune. But it's also like you have that like you protect yourself. Like you do not let people just like control, like if you're being interviewed, you don't let people control like run the show. You speak up for yourself. You come back. You're quick-witted. This is what I'm saying, like that movement, like you're quick-witted, like people can't run over you. Or even if you're in a debate or you're just in a conversation with people, like you're not going to, like you will clap back. You will recognize like, oh, if you thought that was funny, let me say this. Like, you're quick with it. People really, that's a standout feature because it's like, people realize they can't pull one over you. Like, and even if they do, they may have got that one in, but they're not going to get it in again. Like, you are not going to let that happen. And many of you are not doing this in a rude way. Sometimes King of Swords can come off as like cold and rude, but I'm getting from many of you, you're just blunt and straight to the point. You're very straightforward. That's a standout quality, because in this world, you know, many people are not straightforward. Most people are, you know, they speak with a lot of like inauthenticity, honestly, and they speak with a lot of like fluffiness and like, no, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And pile one is like, bam, bam, bam. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but I'm just going to be straight to the point. So that's the energy, and this is a standout quality, and many people respect it, okay? You know, you are well respected in that way where people are like, you will speak up about certain things, or you will not be bullied, you will not be railroaded, you will not be controlled in any circumstance. You have the intellectual capacity to respond in a way where people know, don't play these games with me. That's the energy. And that's like, this is why, again, look at that sword. Like, try me. And I'm going to come back with you with it like this. The sword in my hand. I'm ready to slice throats if I need to. That's the energy. I'm not saying that you're saying anything like that, but people feel it. People feel it. They know. They know what time it is. Okay, what else? Standout quality, pile one. You guys are interesting individuals, I must say. You guys are very like, you're kind of the type where it's like, people don't know what to expect from you. And it's almost like they don't know what to expect, but they also don't know, like, I'm not saying that you're a moody individual. Some of you could be. There's something, you know, we got to change the name for that. Like, we got to change, oh, moody. I think it just depends on, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is this, because I can go. I don't want to. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is this. It's like you're basically the type of individual where it's like people really don't know what they're going to get from you, but they know to expect like straightforward honesty, that clarity, which again is very appreciated, judgment. This is, again, look at all of these pictures here with like armor and a sword. People just know, like, you stand out because many of you, you know, you wear what you want to wear, you dress the way you want to dress. And again, you are here protecting yourself, protecting who you are, protecting your individual nature. But it's also just like a lot of strength. Like, many of you, you have a lot of strength. This is a standout feature. You're very strong and you exude strength, okay? Now let's find out some more. What do I want to pull? How do people feel about your standout energy? How do people feel about it? Let's find out. I'm like, wow, I'm 16 minutes in. Okay. Okay. Let's see. See what I'm saying? Electricity. You're free, or you have a free spirited. Even if you may not feel like you're the most free person, people feel like you are. The fact that you say what you want to say, the fact that you don't allow people to railroad you, you protect yourself, you defend yourself. For some of you, you don't just defend yourself, you defend other individuals as well. You're going to speak up and say, hey, that's not cool. Don't do that. Or, you know, if you, certain situations, you will insert yourself. Many of you, the standout quality is it's like you're always listening, but people think you're not listening. Like, you're always on guard, paying attention. And when I say on guard, I'm not meaning like you're being defensive, but I mean like on guard, like you have your ear to the streets, you have your ear to what's going on. You're in the mix, but you are out the mix. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what's up. And people love the fact that it's like, you're in it, but you're not. And it's, you will speak up on things. You have this electric, this is what I was talking about, this magnetic energy that just draws people in. This is how people view you. This is what they're saying. This is, they're like, wow, Pile One is electric, magnetic, intriguing, interesting. Like, You've got this wild side. Some of you have a wild side. Like I said, for some of you, you're like a dancer, and when you dance, you just let your hair down and you turn into a different individual. For some of you, if you're an athlete, it's like you become this monster, you become this beast. You just become like, you just take on this different energy, and people are like, whoa, like you were just out here just doing it, okay? What else? How else do they feel about it? Or how do they view it? Or whatever wants to come out. Let's find out, okay? Look at this. All of this. And you know what? Look at all of this. Let's just put both of these together here, okay? Look at this. It's a lot of like that air energy here. Some of you could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's a lot of that. Like you have this beautiful mind. People can tell you're always thinking, you're always being strategic, and not strategic in a bad way, but you're strategizing, you're paying attention. It's a lot of, like many of you have a lot of moving parts, and it's a lot of this energy around, and 6 could be prominent for you, 2, 4, 6, or 3, but it's also like this energy of what makes you stand out is like this effortless energy that you have. Many of you just have this like effortless, flowy energy, just like, you know, you're just flowing. I mean, and even if like you're not saying these things, your energy is like you just flow. Like you're just with it. This is so cool. And many of you, it's like what makes you stand out is the fact that you are a transformative individual. People have seen you grow up. For some of you, again, you're on a public platform here, and people have seen you grow through like the years. Like they've known you for 10 years, or they've known you for 5 years, and they just see your growth. They've seen you improve. They've seen the advancement here, and they feel like you're continuing to change for the better. You're continuing to become a better version of yourself. You're continuing to move with the energy. And it's like you move with the energy. Some of you may move around a lot. And people are just like, some of you is like, you really stand out. I don't think you realize how much of a standout individual you really are. And the changeable energy that you have is not equaling instability. Like, I'm not getting that people feel like you're an unstable person. Not at all. It's like they feel like you're just so transformative and you're just so different and you stand out in a way. And you may even speak about it. You may even say, like, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm a changing individual, you know, I'm changing. You may talk about it, but the way you move is very, like, your movements is just very beautiful and graceful. Now let's find out, how can you continue to stand out? How can you continue to improve on your standout qualities here, okay? Look at this again, blossoming. And you see again the movement. I can't make this up. It's all of this like graceful movement. And you know what? It doesn't matter your gender here, you know, because sometimes when we think about graceful energy, sometimes we only think about the feminine. No, masculines can be very graceful as well. This is not gender specific, okay? So continue to grow within being graceful within your energy. But blossoming, you're just getting started. So have patience with yourself and the process. Do not give up. Continue to become your best version and continue to be patient, loving, and nurturing with yourself as you blossom and grow. And continue to move your body into such a graceful, dignified way, and continue to exude that strength and that it factor that you just naturally have. Many of you just naturally have an it factor where it's like, it doesn't matter again. Other people, they may try to mimic you, copy you. They can't do it like you do it. And that's obvious. For some of you, it's painfully obvious. Past life, okay? I didn't even ask the question, but whatever. This situation involves your past life memories. Many of you, with this energy here, this is saying in a past life, you were this. You were a lot of the qualities that you have now. You had this energy in a past life, okay? So you are just reigniting and reactivating that energy that is already within you. So continue to tap more into it and continue to be open to more of that energy flowing through you, because it's very natural, because this is just who you are. It's encrypted within your Akashic records, within your soul. So This is just you. So continue to tap into who you naturally are. Let's get one more. Does anything Padawan needs to know? How can they improve? Continue to become their best version. True love. Look at this. This is about loving yourself more and more and more for who you are. And this is why it's important that you really recognize your qualities within, because this really helps you to love more of yourself, love who you are, and love that you are unique and a standout individual. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver a great love to you. So continue to fall in love more and more with yourself. Love and accept yourself. The more you feel that love within your heart and that joy and that compassion and empathy for yourself, you can share that with the world. But it starts within you first. Love these qualities that you connected with, that I just tapped into for you. Love how the way you move. Love how you have that it factor. Love how you hold that sword of truth and you protect yourself and you have boundaries and you protect your peace. Love all of those things about you. The more you fall in love with yourself and accept yourself, the more you just deliver that and share it with the world. And it's just so natural. It's so beautiful. So if no one told you they love you today, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. I'm so proud of you. Please be proud of yourself. Love yourself, honor yourself, accept yourself. Be proud of yourself. Continue working on yourself and becoming your best version. Have empathy for yourself. Shine your light. We're so grateful for you. Thank you for all you do. I will see you next time. Hi, Patu. Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for showing up for yourself, loving yourself. My name is Nicole. Let's get into this, okay? You chose Earth. Oh my gosh, I love this image. This is so beautiful. Many of you, you know what your standout feature is? You're so grounded, or you just have this grounding presence. You could be an earth sign. You don't have to be. You could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You have just this very grounding presence. Very grounding. For some of you, it's very reasonable, very logical, very soothing to many individuals. This calmness that you just exude, okay? This is a standout factor. This makes you stand out. Some of you, you could wear hair wraps, headdresses, okay? This is also something that sets you apart, that makes you stand out. The fact that you wear these type of things like a headdress or a head wrap on your hair, on your head, okay? It's very beautiful. It really adds to that that very grounding presence, because it's a standout type energy that comes with that. But many of you, you just have this, also you have this very abundant energy that I feel. Many of you are just very abundant, or it comes across like you're just very abundant. Some of you, have a luxurious lifestyle, okay? This is also something that makes you a standout individual. The fact that you wear luxurious things, you wear luxury, you love luxury, you just exude a luxurious life. People look at you and they're like, yeah, I want to wear that. I want to have those shoes, or I want that bag, or I want to live that type of life. I want to drive that car. Like, that makes you stand out. And it's not a situation where it's like, for some of you, you get envy behind that. But for some of you, this is very motivating. Like, your energy, like the type of luxury and the type of things that you have is a motivation for some people. Like, they feel like, yeah, I want that. I need to get that. I'm trying to have that car. I'm trying to live that kind of life. Like, I want to level up. It's like a motivation. Some of you, you feel like home to many people. Again, your energy is like calm, soothing, grounding. Some of you are like, you provide that nurturing, abundant energy to certain individuals where it can just calm them down. It can just put them at ease. It could just help them to feel secure, to feel safe, to feel grounded. For some of you, you bring this logical, reasonable lens to situations that's very grounding. Certain people can have, we need both. We need our logic and our reasoning, and we need that intuitive heart energy, and like we need that balance. Okay, many of you bring that balance. You are the balance. You bring that to the situation, and this is what helps you to stand out, because many people appreciate that balancing energy that you bring, and it's very earthy. Some of you, your favorite color could be green, because green is significant here, or like people just feel at home. Like it just feels so good. It just feels really calming. It feels really loving. For some of you, you may be like a parental figure to many individuals. It doesn't matter your age here. You just have that parental energy, mother energy, father energy, parent energy here, where this is very calming to many people. Some of you, you have a standout factor where within your friendships and your relationships, people look to you for that guidance. They look to you for, like, again, that nurturance, that care, that mother energy, father energy, okay? You bring that to the situation. And many of you are very level-headed. Let's find out what else. What else makes how to stand out? Some of you have a peacock spirit animal here, okay? A peacock spirit animal that's guiding you. And so with the peacock is all about stand out. The peacock is all about strutting stuff, stopping traffic, turning heads, literally. It's so funny. I don't know where this peacock came from. I was driving one day, like you just see random shit all the time out here in the LA area. Anyway, so I was driving one day and literally a peacock was crossing the street. I don't know where the peacock came from. I don't even know where the peacock went, but I was like, wow. And the peacock was just like, literally just stop traffic, turn heads. It's so beautiful. So many of you have that type of quality where you strut your stuff, you look good, you love to wear the clothes that you love to wear, you love to wear jewelry, you love to show up and show out, and that's what makes you stand out. Many of you, it's like presentation is very important for you. You understand the value in presenting well. You understand when you go to certain places, you should look a certain way. You should groom yourself a certain way. You have the art of that down. For many of you are very well dressed. People feel like when they see you, you dress very well. You're always very well put together. You're very clean. There's no question about that. There's no question about the way your clothes look. It's always very well done, okay? So many of you, aesthetics and presentation is very important to you, and this provides a standout factor. They know what to expect from you. And many of you, it's like people look to you for the new fashion trends or the wave of whatever it is, for what's next to wear, what's next to the colors and things like that, the new aesthetics, the new mood for those things, okay? Pile 1. What makes pile 1 stand out? Pile 2. Okay, some of you could be here from pile 1. But pile 2, what makes pile 2 stand out? And the numbers 1, 5, and 6 may be important, okay? Page of Swords. What makes you stand out? For some of you, it's your hair, okay? Some of you, it's your body. Like you have a banging body. Like your body looks really good, particularly your legs, okay? Like your legs are very beautiful, very attractive. For some of you, you have really long legs and it looks really good. But what else makes you stand out? The fact that it's like many of you, it's like you are no nonsense, okay? Your skin also makes you stand out for some of you. You're no nonsense. You're not messing around. Some of you, you're really about your money. You're about your business. You're about your coin. People can see that. People can see again by the way you dress and the way you present. Like you're wearing luxury. You're wearing name brand. You're not messing around when it comes to your checks. You don't play around with that. That makes you stand out. And the fact that you're not, like some people can be bashful about that. Like some people are like, oh no, money's not important. You're not the type. You're like, no, money is important. Run me my money. You don't play. You don't play when it comes to your checks, and you don't play when it comes to money. That makes you stand out. People love this about you. They respect this about you. Some of you are an entrepreneur here. Many of you are a motivation to many people, like the way you live your lifestyle, your business acumen. People really respect this, and they respect the fact that you talk about, like, maybe you were broke one time, maybe you were poor, maybe you just worked yourself up. You know, you had to work through a lot of things to get to where you are now, and your story. These are the type of things that make you stand out, and the fact that it's like you exude excellence, you exude luxury, you exude a beautiful life. And it's not like it's genuine. Like some of you, it's not a thing where it's like many people see that this is real, like it's authentic. It's not, you're just not out here buying this bag and like you're broke. Like, no, you really worked for it. You really have the money to support this lifestyle that you portray. It's not like a game. It's not fake, okay? What else makes Pal 2 stand out, okay? Pal 2. I'll have to change my battery. Hold on. All right, back. So I just heard 2 things. Thick thighs saves lives. So some of you have really thick thighs, and you have thick thighs, and people, that makes you stand out. Like people feel like it's sexy. People feel like they love your legs. They feel like you really accentuate your legs with the way you dress, and they just feel like it's really sexy, okay? It really makes you stand out. And then the other thing with the battery dying, some of you, your work ethic is just unmatched. Like people see many of you, you know, you'll be sick, you will work through anything. You know, you will come to work even if you don't feel it, you're not feeling well. You could be going through a lot personally, you still work. That makes you stand out. That sets you apart. Your work ethic sets you apart. And I'm getting caught up right now with my throat chakra. So that means people don't tell you this, but they talk about it behind your back. Like when I say talk about it behind your back, not in a mean way. It's more of like they admire you. And they're like, wow, how do you do that? Like, how do you still persevere and work even when you're not feeling well, or you're going through like lots going on in your life? How do you still show up and work so well? You have a very strong work ethic, okay? Someone needs to hear that. You're really respected, and that's a standout quality here, okay? Pal 2, okay. How does Pal 2 stand out? Pal 2. Look at this, Knight of Cups, okay. You know what? Some of you have this side to you that's so like dreamy and romantic. And there's just a big energy around this big energy around like some of you, your standout quality is the fact that like you love, or like you love to like be in love, or like you may be in like, you may have had like different relationships, and you love to like show off who you're dating or show off who you're with. And like that's a standout quality. Like people feel like they love to see like you in a relationship, or you in your dating life, or you connecting with other individuals in a loving romantic way. Some of you are very romantic, and that like you're a dreamy romantic type person. You love like the different parts of romance, and you don't give up on love. Like this makes you stand out. Like some of you have been married, divorced, and it's like, it's clear you don't give up on love. It's clear you don't give up on the idea of being in a romantic relationship or connection with someone, and those type of things. People love that about you because this makes you stand out, because people have seen what you've gone through and they feel like you should give up, or they would have given up. Not you should, but in their mind they're like, oh, I would have given up, I would have let that go, that's just like a fantasy. And people love the fact that you don't give up on love. And if you've been in a relationship, people love to see you show parts of your relationship. Some of you are on your social media, you show maybe like pictures of you and your person, or you and your spouse, and things like that. And so people love that, and they love to see it, and they feel like that makes you stand out because you're not afraid to share your story, or you're not afraid to show who you date, or you're not afraid to claim. I'm hearing claim people. Okay, you're just not afraid to show yourself in love, and people, that makes you stand out because people feel like what you've gone through, you have a reason to be very private about your love life, but you're not like that. Okay, Ace of Swords. So people love, what makes you stand out is the fact that a lot of people love you, because I keep wanting to say people love. So a lot of people do love you, but I feel like for many of you, it's like they love you or they admire you, but you wouldn't know it. Like a lot of people don't tell you that. Like people feel like you already know, or you don't need to hear it, or I don't know, they just don't want you to know. Some of you, it's the way you do your nails, okay? Like you may do like, some of you could be a nail artist as well, okay? But it's like the way you do your nails as well. People really like the way you do your nails. But what I'm getting here is what makes you stand out. Many of you are very like, you're visionaries, okay? You're visionaries. You have like clear vision. You have goals. You're very goal oriented. You're really about like starting new projects, having new ideas, seeing things to the end. You're really about, again, setting those goals and manifesting and making it happen and putting the work in to get whatever it is that you want. Because again, many people, they love the fact that it's like you invest in yourself, or you invest in your work, and you make things happen. Like they love to see it. Some of you show that on your social media or with your family and friends, and people love that because again, they feel like it's very motivating. Okay, so what are people saying about how to and how they stand out, or how do they view it? Okay, let's find out how to. Some people are infatuated with you, and some people are very much infatuated with your life. Some of you are married here, and people feel like you have the best life, or you have the most ideal life, or even if you're not married, people feel like, because you just show luxury, or you just show this beautiful life, or whatever it is that you show, some of you, people are very much infatuated with your life. They really admire your life, okay? Yeah, for some of you, it's like this. They see that you've had to rebuild, like things have been broken down and you had to rebuild. And this is what makes you stand out. The fact that it's like you are a mastermind, you are strategic, you know how to build something, start in one place and build it to the end. Some of you have a dove spirit animal here. Okay. This is also saying for me how people feel like you have a purity to you that helps you with building and that helps you with your ideas. Like you're very in tune to your intuition, or to the higher power, the universe, or whatever you resonate with. You're very in tune, and those ideas flow from that space. Like you get very in tune to that energy, and you're able to tap in, and really something beautiful really comes from that process for you. And people talk about this is what also makes you a standout individual, the fact that like you've had to rebuild, or you've had to start from the bottom. Like you started from the bottom and you're very successful now. Like all of that adds to your story. Like I said, a lot of people have admiration for you. And I feel like it's a thing where it's like some of you, they're afraid to tell you. I don't know why, but for some of you, they're afraid to express this. And for some of you, it's like they feel like you don't need to hear it. Like you already know people don't want you. That's what I just heard. Like, you know, people don't want you, whatever that means, okay? So it's like some of you, they feel like you don't need another ego boost, okay? That's what I just heard as well. They feel like you had enough, whatever that means. Okay, so see, this is what I mean. You stand out because you make it look easy. Let's just be honest here. I'm not saying your life is easy, okay? But it looks like you're on easy street. It looks like you're living this great life. It looks like you're just comfortable. You just got it all made. You got it all together. You just out here chilling, you know, like it just looks like life is amazing for you. Like life is always good. Now, we all know that that's not the truth, but you know, because we all have ups and downs, but this is how people see you. This is how they view you and your standout features and your standout quality. And they feel like, you know, even though you may have gone through a lot, it's nothing like this luxurious life that you're living, you know, like, and, you know, luxury, you know, that's perspective. I mean, luxury could be, that could be anything. Luxury is not always carrying a handbag and wearing, you know, certain clothes and having a car. Luxury for some people is peace of mind. Luxury for some people is being free. Luxury for some people is being in a nice home that's safe. And it may not have all of these things, but it's comfortable. You know, it's good. It's just perception. But the perception is people feel like you're living like you're living your best life. That's what they perceive. And they feel like you enjoy your life. And many of you, they feel like you work, you know, you work very hard and you enjoy the fruits of your labor, okay? Let's find out how else do people view the standout qualities. But a lot of people do wish they had the life that you have, okay? I gotta be honest here. They wish that they had the type of life that you have, and they feel like, you know, your life is very nice, okay? Expansion, okay? So people feel like, you know, again, many of you, you don't think like everybody else. You think outside the box. You're very strategic. You're great at problem solving. And so people love the fact that you're able to have this vision, have a visionary type ideas. You're a dreamer. You know, you want to do things differently. You know, people feel like you stand out because of your, you know, the type of energy that's a visionary, and you're different in that way. But people feel like you're just a very expansive, abundant individual, and that you're not only just your ideas, but your work ethic and your thoughts and, you know, the type of perception that you have of the world and of life. It all comes together as a culminating energy that creates this beautiful life that you've made for yourself. Like to sum this up, people feel like your life is a standout quality. Like the type of life that you live is a standout situation. Like you know, you're a standout because of the kind of life you have and the things that are a part of your life, okay? And I'm hearing people would kill for the type of mind you have, or the type of like creativity, the type of energy, the type of work ethic, like all of those things combined. People would lose their mind to have that. Some of you, people would lose their mind to have your spouse. Okay? You probably already know that, but I'm just saying. So that's for some of you, okay? If you have a spouse, or the type of people that you date. Okay? The type of people that you date. Some of you date some really, you know, attractive individuals here, and people would just like lose it to be able to have a moment with some of the people. Someone needs to hear that, because someone is really down on their life, or someone's really down on their life choices. I'm hearing someone say, if people only knew. And trust me, I mean, I get what you're saying, but maybe this is going to help you in some way, okay? That people would love to have the type of life that you have, okay? So let's find out, how can you improve on your standout factors, okay? How can you continue to improve upon that? Cycles and rhythms. Okay, so this is a good one for you, because this is for, I mean, not for everyone, but it is for everyone, I guess, in a way. But for some of you that are feeling like, you know, you're really down right now, or things are just not going the way that you want, understand that life is about cycles and rhythms, and it's ebbs and flows, and everything is not going to flow the way, like it has to be a balance. It's going to move in the way that it's going to move. So life is about the ebb and flow and the cycles and rhythms, and we have to honor that. And we have to honor that sometimes we're in the season of planting. We're not in the season of harvest all the time, okay? Sometimes we have to plant those seeds in order to have the harvest, or we're just going through that flow of, okay, things collapsed because it wasn't built on the proper foundation, and it wasn't built from it wasn't built on the proper foundation to be able to grow and continue to thrive the way it was supposed to. So now it's time to rebuild, and it's going to be better than what it was before. So life has cycles, and understanding that, and not only understanding it, but respecting it, and even understanding, like, you even look at like the seasons of the year, like we're moving in the northern hemisphere. We're moving into winter. Winter is about slowing down. It's about planting seeds. It's about, reflection, that inner, going within, introspection, what's working, what doesn't work, almost like building a new foundation. And then in the spring, now things are materializing. Now things are growing, okay? So honoring the cycles. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. So just understanding that, and when you understand that more, you are better equipped to deal with the type of situations that you're going to have within life, okay? Because it's not always going to be summer. It can't always be summer. It can't always be spring. We have to move into the different cycles. Let's find out another. What do you need to know to continue to improve, or whatever you need to know right now? Guiding children. So many of you, this is a message for you to focus on children. If you have your own children, put some focus on your children right now. Or, you're being asked to guide children, be a guide of children, and protect children. You are good at helping and counseling children and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. So if you have children, focus on your children. Focus on their needs, focus on giving them the nurturance and the love and the guidance that they need. But this is also a message, some of you that are resonating with this is a message about you're being asked to guide and help and heal children, because you have the energy to support children, okay? One more. Compassion, okay? So Goddess Kuan Yin is coming through here, trying to help you. The more compassion that you have for yourself in your journey, the more you're able to give that to others. But it starts within you first, okay? Release judgments about yourself and others. Focus on the love and light that is within everyone. So this is asking you, don't judge your journey. Don't judge where you are right now in your journey, the type of cycle that you may be in right now, or whatever is going on. Release the need to judge. Have that compassion and empathy for yourself and where you are in your life right now. Where you are is where you're supposed to be. There are lessons, or there's messages, or some type of information, or something that you need to learn from the circumstances that you're dealing with right now. So release the judgment of what's going on, and have compassion and empathy, and nurture yourself, and be patient with yourself and gentle. Like, think about, like, if you were, whatever you're going through, if someone else was going through that same situation, what type of motivation would you give them? What type of empathy or compassion? Give that same energy to yourself. And be very gentle with yourself. Very gentle. Don't get down on yourself. Tell yourself you're doing a great job. Tell yourself you're still here. You're still showing up. You're still learning. You're still growing. Tell yourself you're proud of yourself. And the more gentle, kind, and nurturing you are with yourself, the more that opens up that energy within your heart space of compassion, love, and joy, and empathy. And it makes you more attractive, okay, energetically. And it helps to release any type of judgment or criticism that you're holding within about yourself. Because that's the reason why when we judge others, it's because we're judging ourselves. Wow, and I just heard all these dogs barking and going crazy in the hallway. So yeah, That's what I found on my journey. Some people may not agree with that. That's what I found. When I feel the need to judge someone, it's because I'm judging myself. And it's like, okay, let's go deeper. Nicole, why are you judging yourself? What is it that you're judging? What is it that you're holding on? Some type of shame, guilt, regret, or whatever. What is it? So digging deeper within yourself, okay? If no one told you they love you today, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for just showing up for yourself, okay? Please be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. Love yourself. Have empathy for yourself. Kindness, compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Patient with yourself through whatever it is that you are going through. I'm sending you a lot of love. Thank you for shining your light. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. Hi, Pal 3. Welcome. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. My name is Nicole. Thank you for being here. Thank you for shining your light. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself and all of the love and support. Let's get into this, okay? Purity. All right. So what makes you stand out? Okay, 33. 3 may be significant for some of you. 33 or 3, or you could be seeing the numbers 333. Okay. But your purity makes you stand out. The fact that like many people can see energetically or feel energetically, but they can see the purity within you. They can see the innocence within you. They feel your purity. They feel your sweetness, your innocence, your kindness. Many of you are very compassionate. This is what helps you to stand out, okay? People feel like you are the type of individual, you will help anyone. You will be helpful. You will help adults, children, elderly, anyone, animals. You know, you're very helpful. Some of you could be going through a throat chakra upgrade, okay? Or there's some type of clearing happening within the heart chakra and the throat chakra. Some type of clearing, okay? But yes, your purity is what helps you to stand out. And some of you also could have this side where it's like you're very protective. You're very protective of yourself, your space. You have very good boundaries. You protect your energy. Sometimes people may feel like it comes off as being a little icy or a little to yourself, but it's actually they can see or they feel like you're just very protective. Some of you also have this unicorn energy. You're very unique, okay? You're very different. You're very unique. And with that unicorn energy that you have, it's like you embrace it. You know how different you are, or you know how unique you are, or you love how different you are. Like you love the fact that you are very, like, you know, you stand apart. Like you are not like everyone else. You've always known this. And not only do you know this, you embrace it. This is something that you own. You know, you don't try to assimilate with everyone else. You don't do that. You love the fact that you are different. And so this is what helps you to stand out, because many people admire your uniqueness and the fact that you embrace it as such a, you know, the level that you embrace it, okay? It could be through your clothes. It could be through, for some of you, it's your career. For some of you, it's like the way you live your lifestyle. You know, it's different for everyone here, but people really find this to be very intriguing, how you just embrace how different you are. And some of you may even say, like, you love that you're very different. Like, it's very evident that you embrace how different you are. And so that is what makes you stand out, okay? How 3. Yes, 3 is significant here, okay? The number 3. You could be a life path 3. You could be born in March. You don't have to be. Or you could just love the vibration of the number 3, okay? What makes Pal 3 stand out, okay? Judgment. Look at this. This is, again, it's like you have this protection. You protect yourself, but you also value, like, whenever I see the sword, that's always like a representation of the truth. So you value the truth, you value authenticity, you value transparency, you value things like it comes across as like you are a person that has a lot of integrity, and you welcome that within your life, within your world, through friendships, through connections, things like that. You hold integrity in high esteem. This is what makes you stand out. Like, there's no compromising with you. You don't involve yourself with people who are not genuine, who are not authentic. Like, those people are not in your life and not in your world, because you don't have that in your world. Like, you don't live in a world where people are fake and people are not being authentic and people are not being real, because you are a very real individual. And so this is what makes you stand out. And people love the fact that, like, some of you are like a lone wolf or a loner or introvert, and it's like you would rather be alone than be in a room full of fake people or have a bunch of fake friends or be in a fake relationship. People see this within you. They really admire that, because they're like, wow, they can see that pile 3, they'll just be alone. They'll just go it alone, because they're not going to be in a fake connection, a fake romantic connection, or they're not going to have all these fake friends or friends where it's just so surface and, there's no realness there, okay? People see that within you, and they see that you value honesty and truth and freedom. Those are the things you value, because judgment, that's talking about freedom. That's talking about rising up in the truth, rising up past illusions, rising up and standing for what's real, okay? So this is who you are. And many of you stand for justice, you stand for the truth, you stand for freedom. This is what makes you stand out. 3 of Swords. People feel like you stand out because you've been through things, okay? It's evident that you've gone through some situations. You've gone through heartbreak. You've gone through betrayal. You've gone through deception. And this is why people see that, like, you protect yourself and you guard yourself, but you're still, like, you're not jaded. You're not, you're not dark. You're not angry. You're not bitter. Now, I'm not saying that you haven't had your moments of that, but it's like you've overcome it. You've healed from it. You've moved forward, and you still remain pure. You still have that innocence. You still have that childlike, wondrous nature to you. Whereas, like, although you've been through a lot of different things that could have really created a monster out of you, could have pushed you into the darkness, and you could have just lived in the darkness. You chose the light. You chose to heal. You chose to come back to that purity. And this is what makes you stand out. Like, you've overcome so much. Many of you, you've had so many moments of death and rebirth. A lot of that big phoenix energy here. And people recognize that, and they see that, and they're like, wow. They think to themselves, if I had gone through some of the things that Pile 3 had gone through, I would have been on the dark side. I would have been living on the dark side. I would have been so hurt and cold and things like that. So people recognize, like, they see that you have boundaries, but they respect that. They find that to be admirable, that you have boundaries. This is what makes you stand out, the fact that you have boundaries. And not only just the boundaries, it's like, again, the things that you've gone through, how you continue to persevere, although you've been through a lot, because people can tell you've been through a lot. And again, it doesn't matter whether it's betrayal, deception, just dealing with fake and phony people, or people who want to take advantage of you and use you, things like that, take you for granted, that you're still pure. You're still pure after all of that, okay? What makes you stand out? Queen of Swords here. Your level of, many of you, some of you here, you're a public speaker, or you connect with people through communication, and people, listen to the type of things that you have to say. And some of you are sharing your experiences. And this is what makes you stand out. You talk about maybe you were bullied. Talk about being lied to, being deceived, dealing with heartbreak, Things like that. This is what makes you stand out. The fact that you're not afraid. You're not fearful of speaking up. You're not fearful of standing up for what's right. You're not fearful of sharing your story. It takes a lot of courage and bravery. And this is what makes you stand out. Like, you may have talked about the type of situations, trials, and tribulations that you've gone through your journey. And there's no fear around speaking up about some things that you've gone through. Whereas others would have felt maybe shame or felt fearful or just, too afraid to share those parts of themselves. You talk about these things and you do it in such a beautiful, eloquent way where it's very connecting, very relatable to so many people. And people love this. And this is what makes you stand out, because I'm hearing, again, for some of you, you've been through so much. And people are like, wow, like they're just shocked and astounded to see where you are today after all you've been through. And the fact that you have, there's no fear around sharing your story. I'm hearing people say, I would never tell people that. I would never share those stories or tell people those things. Like, I would be too embarrassed or too humiliated. And it's like, that's not you. You share it for a greater reason. You share it to teach people or to connect and relate to people. And also to show people that they can come back to that pure place as well. They can come back to that place of innocence and they can move forward, okay? Yeah, see, here we go, death again. Some of you could be a Scorpio here. Again, you don't have to be, or you could, I'm just getting a lot of water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or Sagittarius. But again, you don't have to be. Some of you are an earth angel here, and this is what makes you stand out as well. Some of you is your hair. Your hair helps you to stand out, and also your aura. You have a very beautiful, bright, vibrant aura that makes you stand out, okay? And people really, it's like they can see the light within you, okay? They look at you, they can see the light. They can see the glow, or they can see, whatever the colors are. Some people can see those colors, okay? And it definitely pulls people in. Some of you, again, you're an earth angel. This is why you stand out. People view you as someone here helping others, here guiding others, here giving compassion and love and empathy to others, here, on a mission to help humanity. This is what helps you to stand out, or this is what makes you stand out, because some people feel like they don't have the courage to do what you do, or they don't have the courage to talk about the things that you talk about, or, they're very their mindset is like, I couldn't do that. That's not for me. I don't know how they have all that patience, or I don't know how they have all that empathy or compassion. And I would have been like this. It's kind of like that energy. They're like, it's amazing to see, but that couldn't be me. It's kind of like that. This is what makes you stand out. The fact that you pour into yourself. You pour into yourself. You pour into other individuals. You take care of yourself. Many of you had to learn self-care. You had to learn how to be kind to yourself. Emotional self-care, physical self-care, boundaries, energetic boundaries. You had to learn how to be kind to yourself and to treat yourself well and to treat yourself with love. You had to transform from your circumstances. You had to transform from all those things that have happened to you and move forward with still this hope and optimism and joy within you, because people see it. For some of you, people don't know all of your story, but they know you've gone through things. They know you've gone through quite a bit, but they may not know all the details of your story. For some of you, some people do know your story and they're just amazed. They're like, how do you do it? How do you still, wake up optimistic? How do you have the level of faith that you have? All of these things help you to stand out. And many of you, you stand out in such a gracious way. You stand out in such a way where it's like people see that love has no bounds, or people see that compassion and empathy has no bounds, and truth has no bounds, freedom has no bounds. All of these things, you are showing that, you are exuding that, and you're exuding it in such a nurturing, kind way. Some of you, your voice is just so healing to so many people, or when they connect with you, the way that they're able to connect with you, it's refreshing. It's so pure. it brings them back to like, it reminds them of a time that they may have forgotten, that feels so lost, like a lost land. It brings them back to that energy of when they were 6 years old, or before they became hardened by the world. Because some of you attract that energy because you're such a beacon of light for so many people. You attract those frequencies that are dealing with the darkness, that have dealt with so much darkness and they haven't seen the light. And here you are. You just come in and you pour into them, or you share that compassion and that love and that kindness with them. And, you talk about your story, and it's so uplifting and it's so enlightening. And it's like many of you stand out like no other. It's like, I have to be honest, like your standout quality and level is like no other. And some of you, it's a situation where you have people talking about you like you're inspiring, empowering, and uplifting many individuals who you may never even think know anything about you. You would be shocked to see where your name is coming up, or who is viewing your content, or who knows about you. Because some of you do have a public platform here. You're helping others through your platform. You would be shocked to know the type of people that are tuning in, or, reading the things that you're talking about or writing about, or looking at your pictures and looking at your social media. You will be shocked that you are uplifting and inspiring them. You're doing a great job. Like, again, you have strong levels of standout qualities here. Okay, pile 3. How do people view your, I pretty much told you, but let's get some more. How do people view your standout qualities, okay? What are they saying? How does it make them feel? Look at this. You are a life force. Do you see this? And I don't know if you can really see this in this imagery here. It's so beautiful. It's a heart there. Okay, it's a heart, and then the heart is here, and then we have that air, the breath. You are a life force. You are life. You're bringing life to individuals, the lifeless, the hopeless, the down and out, the tortured souls, the souls that feel tortured, the souls that feel dark, the souls that they're really dealing with a lot. They're wrestling demons. They're confused. They don't know which way to go. They don't know what's up, what's down, what's left, what's right. They've been lied to. You are the life force, life, breath. Here you are. And you're just doing this in such an effortless way, such a seamless way, such an eloquent, graceful way. Many of you give your life. You give all that you are. You give every part of yourself. You give just everything. Well, not everything, but most of yourself to so many people. And this is what they're saying. And this is how they view you. And it's like they can't stop watching you, talking about you, or just talking about your bravery. And how much of a beacon of light you are. This is so beautiful. Pile 3, wow. How do they view pile 3 standout qualities here, okay? Magnetic. You're so attractive. You're so magnetic. Again, you're the light. This is, again, you bring people back to that place. Back to that place where anything was real, anything was possible, anything could happen. They had that wondrous curiosity within them of magic and miracles and hope and love and joy and peace before the world turned them cold and hard and made them feel like they can't believe in anything but what they see. And we already know what that is, okay? This is what you bring. This is how they view you. They view you as just like, they're so attracted to you. They're magnetized. You're so magnetic. Your voice, what you stand for, who you are. For some of you, it's also your physical appearance. Very magnetic, very attractive. For some of you, it's all of the above, okay? It just pulls people in. They're just tuned in. They're tuned in like they're watching the best movie of their life, okay? and they can't, it's almost like they can't not watch. They can't unhear you. They can't unsee you. They can't just, it's almost just like you can't go back. There's no turning back. There's no going back to what it was supposed to be or what they thought it was supposed to be. Like, there's no way. Pile 3, this is so great. Oh gosh, look at this. I'm telling you, you are bringing the light in the darkness. We have 7 here. 7 is prominent. 3, 7, 9 is prominent, and 10. You are bringing in that light in the darkness. You're illuminating. Many of you are just this illumination. You're a life force. You are shining so bright. This is how they view you. They view you as the brightest of the bright star, the light. I'm hearing the light in the jungle, the light in the darkness, the light where everything seems weary and hopeless and like, nothing will grow, nothing will happen. And here you are. Here you are. Look at this. So pure. Again, we have more of that purity energy. So pure, so beautiful, so vibrant. Silence, snow. Like, the purity is just unmatched here. And some of you, it's like they see it within your eyes. They see it within, your the way you speak. They hear it. They see it. They feel it. It ignites them. And it's very inspiring for them to find their own purity as well, for them to find their light, for them to find, where's that light within me? Like, they see it in pile 3 and they're like, well, I must have that light too. Or I could find that light too. Or I could figure out how to get back to that place. So beautiful, so inspiring, so empowering, okay? Pile 3, how can you continue to improve on your standout features and qualities here? Look at this. I'm telling you, you guys show love, truth, freedom. These things have no bounds. There's no stopping it. There's no bounds. There's no, it's never ending here. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. Continue to love yourself, because the more you love yourself, the more you are able to share that love with humanity. And your love is so abundant, so rich, so pure, so enlightening. It's just no words. There's absolutely no words for the type of love and the abundance of love that you share and give to so many people. So continue to love yourself and accept yourself and share your love with the world. You're already doing that, but share more of it. Give more love, okay? The more you give to yourself. Bright future. Continue to be this light. We have Goddess Lakshmi here. You have a bright future and you are a light to so many people. Continue to shine your light, even when you may feel nervous, you may feel fearful, you may be scared to share certain parts of yourself. When you're guided to do it, do it. Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. If you're worrying about anything, if you're anxious about anything, you're nervous, you are well taken care of, well provided for. Everything is going to be fine. Continue to shine your light and make it so bright. So bright. Take care of yourself. The more you take care of yourself, the more you will be able to help and assist with so many people, because many of you are helping so many people you have no idea. Inner wisdom. Tap more into your inner wisdom here. You are very wise. You're very knowledgeable. You're very intuitive, very clairvoyant here. You have the owl spirit animal here. Continue to tap more into your inner wisdom and trust yourself. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Trust yourself. The more you trust yourself, the more you improve on your standout qualities, okay? Trust yourself. You already know. If no one told you they love you today, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for shining your light. I'm proud of you. Please be proud of yourself. Thank you for shining your light. Thank you for being a beacon of light. Thank you for helping us, guiding us, loving us, showing us the way. Thank you for enlightening us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you so much. I'll see you next time. Thank you for healing us. Thank you for being an earth angel.